Tony Abbott says he's a man with a plan.
Well, that's right. I think it's on page 42. I just was looking at it.
He's taken his real solutions from Queanbeyan to Queensland and almost everywhere in between.
Our country is ready for a party with a plan.
The pages are stamped fully costed, budgeted, but of the big ticket policies, only a few have been released.
People don't switch on to a campaign often until the last weeks of the campaign, so you want to keep some of your policies when people are actually listening and wanting to make up their minds.
A broadband plan is already out in the open. We know the carbon and mining taxes will be scrapped and billions will be set aside for major road projects in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. There are also the policies carried over from the last election and costed 3 years ago, such as a more generous paid parental leave scheme, direct action on carbon emissions, and then there would be tax cuts. But how will the opposition balance the books? For every promise, we're told there'll be savings. It's outlined very few of those so far, though it says it can find about $10 billion by scrapping the school kids bonus, cutting public service jobs, and not increasing the refugee intake. Stopping asylum seeker boats would bring an unspecified saving, and a 1.5% levy on big business will help pay for the paid parental leave scheme.
At this stage, the details are, I guess you might say, sketchy. So until those details are forthcoming, it's naturally quite difficult to model any of those changes.
And that's probably the point. Tony Abbott's learnt from experience. His former boss, John Hewson, lost the unlosable election after outlining a detailed suite of reforms.
I think it probably is put down in history as don't ever repeat a Hewson, don't put out too much detail, make yourself a small target.
In part to ensure history doesn't repeat itself. James Glenday, ABC News, Canberra.